Welcome to You 50s. I'm Celia.
And I'm Holly, and you're not going crazy. It's just menopause.
Ugh.
We're here today to talk about all the symptoms that really make this time of our life memorable.
I have to just say that I can't believe after everything we've been through in our lives as women, then we get stuck with menopause.
It is.
That's it. Go on. I'm sorry.
No,
And I don't mean to complain, but
this is a forum for complaining today. I feel
oh,
like
good.
I don't have I don't have a lot of solutions, unfortunately, but this is
Okay.
about commiserating because I feel like at this time in our lives, the most important thing is to talk about all this crap that is going on with our bodies and our minds. And if we talk to each other and normalize it, it will at least let us know we're not alone. Everyone goes through it.
There's no getting past it,
There really
right?
isn't.
Even if you have a hysterectomy, you still kind of go through menopause. Is that true or no? I don't
No,
know.
no, it's not kinda. When you have a hysterectomy, like myself, you go through menopause. But
It
the
like forces menopause, right, upon you.
kind of. The weird
Okay.
thing is that, yes, it puts you in menopause. I have my ovaries, so there's still estrogen going on apparently, but menopause kicks in, and the weird thing is that because you're not getting a period anymore, you don't know when the stuff is coming. You have no idea.
Great.
Ah, surprise!
Sign me up.
Surprise, it's menopause.
Awful.
It's awful. So I thought I would talk about some of the symptoms that no one told me about and that I've sort of stumbled on. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And, to let everyone know you're not alone if you're having these weird things.
Love it.
And of course, I'm not a doctor, but I am a sufferer of menopause. So, no,
I am too.
right?
I mean, we're through it, like, right? Because I haven't had a period over a year, in over a year.
Well, you're in menopause. You're
Right.
through perimenopause,
Perimenopause. Yes.
but you're steeped in it right now.
Oh,
So I had no idea that this time in my life, I would be like the Sahara Desert. Everything about me is dry. My hair is dry, my skin is dry, my vajayjay is dry.
yes. 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 Ditto.
All of it is dry. And this is one of those things that there's really not much to do. I mean, I use a conditioner. I use moisture on my skin as much as I can. I use some products, but
Down under
yep,
products.
down under products. But more than that, I mean, I don't know. I think the only perk I've come up with for this dryness is no more zits. I don't break out anymore, ever.
Okay. That's a positive.
Isn't it? Yeah.
I mean, I live in such a dry climate that I guess I'm so used to being dry.
Mm.
Humidifiers in the winter. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
humidifiers. That's a good one.
But yeah, dryness.
Dryness. Welcome. Okay. The other lovely thing that I've been dealing with probably since perimenopause is hair loss. Do you have that, Celia?
I have Hashimoto's, which is under control, but I have had hair loss during that. I have noticed that my hair feels thinner, so maybe I am experiencing hair loss.
Yeah, it's hair loss, it's thinning.
Thinning I definitely have.
Yes, absolutely. So I was probably, I don't know, 45 or 46, and much to my alarm, I noticed that the top of my hair was getting really thin, and it was coming out. I don't know how many strands I was shedding every day, and it was shocking.
I
And
do remember you going through this, yeah.
yeah, and I was desperate, and I ended up talking to my doctor, my GP, and she recommended a supplement called Nutrafol, and I will link down below so you can go get yourself some. It is expensive. I think it's $79 a month. So, it's all for vanity, and for me, I would rather spend that on my hair than makeup, I think even.
Well, yeah, because hair loss, you want your hair. God, give us a
Losing
few feminine things to feel. We got enough going on.
exactly, and when you're going through all of this, you already feel kind of less than pretty. sometimes. So I don't want to
Most
lose
of
my
the time.
hair. And the other thing was I started losing eyebrows. Eyebrows.
Oh,
So on top of them going like beginning to go gray and lightening, I mean, you can't see too well, hopefully, because I've been using my pencil. But eyebrows, those go as well.
it's not right.
It's not fair. Anyway, another thing I was experiencing in my mid 40s, so probably at the beginning of perimenopause, was tingling, and not in a good way.
Not the good tingle.
Nope. So evidently, women in perimenopause and menopause can experience tingling in your extremities, or like I was getting it in my face. My one whole side of my face would get numb and tingle, and it was so disconcerting. And I see a neurologist for migraines and ended up getting me an MRI. And for about a week, I was worried that I had MS, and
Oh,
it was really a really tough week in my life, just wondering. And my doctor was really convinced I probably had it.
did
And
she not throw out perimenopause as a possibility during that time?
she did not.
I mean, this speaks to me about how just doctors are not tuned into perimenopause and menopause, but
Yeah.
go on.
Yes, well, and she's a specialist, and I just think that she's, really focused on the brain and
Yeah.
migraines, and so this was so out of left field, she was really just associating this with my migraines, but now that I've read up on it, it seems like it's just a symptom of menopause.
So did it just go away eventually? I don't actually remember you going through that, but that doesn't mean anything because my memory is shit, which is another part of menopause, but
And we talk a lot. There's a lot of information. So,
so it did?
this has gone away, like the facial numbness, but I still get it in, my arms sometimes and my hands.
Jeez, okay.
It's just weird. It's just sort of
Yeah,
disconcerting. Yeah.
for sure.
So if you're tingling, and not in the good way, it's probably menopause. And one of the things we hear about and we expect is weight gain, but, we know it's coming, but literally overnight, I have like a tire.
It's disgusting.
I
Not
mean,
yours, mine. I'm speaking about my own tire. And it did. I feel like perimenopause was I didn't have that, and then suddenly, yeah, overnight, just rolls and grossness from, like, my above my no, under my boobs to, like, my mid-thigh is just turned into a disgusting area.
oh my God, when I bend over to get on a shoe or a sock,
Oh, I know.
it's
I know
swollen.
what's happening, you don't even need to explain it,
I
or you
know.
can
It
for those who aren't experiencing this.
If you're not there yet, maybe it won't come for you. I hope it doesn't come for you, but it is
Yeah,
nothing can really mentally prepare you for it, I don't think.
and I don't think it's easy to get rid of. Now, have I tried very hard? No, because I haven't had the time,
Mm.
but I know there's a lot of YouTube videos on how to get rid of menopause gut, and we should probably try some of those things.
I
Or I'm
prob
just gonna buy, like, Skims and shapewear, and my fat will be coming out probably up here because of all the shapewear.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I have tried all the things and, I'm eating less, I'm eating better. I'm not exercising great either, but I need to get back
Yeah.
on that, and I too have to go and search out those exercise videos, but it is not the same as losing your weight in your 20s or 30s
Oh,
or even
no, I
40s.
could drop 5 pounds super quickly back in the day, but
Yes.
yeah, I think my perimenopause system that I didn't realize was even perimenopause at the time was anxiety.
Oh.
That I guess, I mean, you always told me I had anxiety, which I did not agree with, but it definitely amped up. If it was there before, it was amped up enough that I went in and said, I need something. And I just always look back and wonder if I had just done HRT at the time that my anxiety had amped up, would that have solved it
Mm.
instead of going on a anti-anxiety med? Um, but I do think that is a big thing that isn't always talked about or looked at. And you may not need to go on anxiety meds. You may just need some hormone balancing. I don't know because that didn't happen. It didn't go down that way for me, but
Mhm. I will say, for me, I was already on anxiety medication just, for the past 10 years before perimenopause and menopause. But unfortunately, that the pills stopped working as well.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, it was like my anxiety was overriding the medication. So then my OBGYN, she gave me HRT in hopes that that would help, and it really didn't. So I ended up working with my psychiatrist to up my doses and change the medications. And now I feel regulated, but I'm regulated with an HRT patch and two different medications for anxiety.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's sort of the problem here is there aren't like clear solutions, correct? On any
Right.
of these. You're going to do your best to keep them at bay or get them to whether it's skin dryness, anxiety, your gut, like to a level that you can live with.
Yes.
But there's no quick fixes for any of this stuff.
There really isn't. I remember my mom used to call it the change. It was all very ominous, the change. But I had no idea what that meant. I didn't really understand what she was going through. Now, in hindsight, I'm remembering being like, oh, right, the weight, all these things. But it is a huge change. And I think that's why I'm so glad that it's becoming more topical today and
Absolutely.
everyone's speaking about it. And the more we have these conversations, and which is why I wanted to do this video, it just lets people know they're not alone. And we have each other. We can vent, we can seek advice and find out what has worked for others. It's like crowdsourcing menopause.
Yeah. And the only other one I would add is my overall lack of interest in sex.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't sure we were going to go there, but yep.
Ooh,
Okay. Libido. Libido.
libido, low libido. And I am
Woo!
on HRT. I'm not taking testosterone, I'm just doing estrogen and progesterone.
Yeah.
But man, like, I don't know, she's tired,
She's
she's not
dry.
feeling up to the task.
Sh the
She's
sh she's
dry.
dry.
Yeah, that's like a whole episode that I think we have to do, but
We'll do
a
that.
topic for another day.
Indeed, indeed. And the only other thing I wanted to say was a video we've already done before, which is insomnia and just sleep issues. And
Right.
that is something they also don't warn you about. And if you've never struggled with sleep, it'll just pummel you. So you should check out our other video. I'll do a little link to it, but it's on sleep and just what has worked for Celia and I. And I recommend some CBD and THC gummies, but they're legal here. So we're lucky that we have that, as we use them medicinally. And for me, they really, really help a lot. So thanks for joining the conversation today. And let's keep it going. Tell us in the comments below what you're dealing with, what's worked for you, what you're struggling with. And we just look forward to hearing about it. All right. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Holly.
Thanks, Celia.